Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
On behalf of BVO Sports TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon, makers of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect model for premium sound with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They are the ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit RayconGlobal.com. That's RayconGlobal.com and elevate your listening experience.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Sports TV, man. We back, man. We talking the great sport of boxing. As you guys know, I got a fire guest coming on for you guys. We're gonna have some great conversation, man. As only we can do here at BBO Sports TV. So let's get ready. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get everything set up so I can hop on camera, y'all. Give me 1 second. But smash the like button when you come on in. Smash the like when you come on in. Tell everybody BBO Sports TV is back. Everybody know BBO Sports TV is back, man. Salute to my brother Mike Rim. Yes, it's him, Mike Rim. My guy. What's going on, Mike Rim? How you feeling, brother? Hold on 1 second. My brother Mike Rim. Always showing love. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm here. I can hear now. Okay, cool. But like I said, have a fire show. Can't wait, man. I'm excited. We're gonna be talking the great sport of boxing. But hey, before we get started, I just gotta say this, man. I'm excited about what's going on in boxing. We got some great fights coming up. We just had a great card. We came up short, but hey, ain't no shame in that, bro. We came up a little short, but ain't no shame in that. We lost to the heavyweight champion, so I ain't tripping, man. You can lose to the heavyweight champion and be okay, dog. I'm not mad about that. We lost to the heavyweight champion of the world, so all the haters and meat boys that want to go crazy, oh Jake got his mouth broke, or blah blah blah. Shut up. You can't do it. But enjoy what the bro. Because that was great for the sport of boxing, what we just seen with him doing, getting in there, fighting a monster, like an Anthony Joshua. So I enjoyed it. I can't say nothing more other than it was a great show. I'll say this though. One thing I really want to see more is I want to see better fights than we've seen, more like competitive fights than we've been getting. Because I'm telling you, across the board, it's not just PBC or any promotion company in particular, but I want to see a little bit more fair balance, across the fights, man, because I think that's very important, man. I think that's super important when you talk about the great sport of boxing, man. So I'll say this though. I did see something that was pretty cool where I heard Jake Paul was possibly looking to get in the ring with my boy Ja Obaitai, which I think would be crazy. But that's what he said he wanted to do. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this mic together. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put a commercial on while I get this mic together.
We here at BVO Sports TV would like to thank the sponsor of today's podcast, Prize Picks. Pick, predict, play. It's that simple. A huge thank you to Prize Picks for supporting BVO Sports TV and the Doghouse Community. Thanks again to Prize Picks.
Salute to my brother Bruce Gas, Fox and Jazz, and more. My guy, best trivia show on the internet. You always got one of my favorite fighters of all time, man. Tim Witherspoon Sr., man. People forget about Terrible Tim. Hold on one second. I'll give you 1 second, man. I got a little issue. Give me 1 second.
We here at BVO Sports TV would like to thank the sponsor of today's podcast, Prize Picks. Pick, predict, play. It's that simple. A huge thank you to Prize Picks for supporting BVO Sports TV and the Doghouse Community. Thanks again to Prize Picks.
All right, I'm back, y'all. My bad. I had to check something upstairs. 1 second. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited about what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Dang, can't hear nothing. Oh yeah, one second. All right, my bad. I'm back. Just trying to get all the audio together. My bad. I had a little spill, so I was trying to get that together. Give me 1 second, y'all. But like I said, it's a lot of good stuff going on in boxing, so I'm excited about that. And I think the most important thing is that we get some fights that we thought we couldn't get before. We got Shakur coming up, and I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. I think Shakur has shown a willingness to really, really be more vulnerable, speaking about the fight, telling us what he thinks, giving us his thoughts on the fight and how it's going to go. So I'm excited about that in general because I think that Shakur really is one of those guys we've been waiting to see if he's going to stand up and really fight the people that we want to see him fight, or is he not? It's going to be his first real legacy fight. I don't think he really fought anybody of note that anybody can really say, oh, yeah, this was a fight that made me think this or made me think that about Shakur. We haven't seen that fight just yet. But I believe we will because I think Shakur is one of those fighters, man, who really wants to be great. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Shakur really wants to be great. What's going on? What's going on here? Hey, not working out. But like I said, I think it's gonna be good. I seen his interview on Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. And one of the things I can say is that Shakur seems laser focused, and that he seems like he wants this fight, and he wants to win it more than any other fight that you've ever heard him speak about. And the cool thing is this: he kind of cleared up some things, like what he said, who he wouldn't fight or who he would fight. He cleared up some of those things, but the main thing I will say is this: I like the fact that Shakur is even taking the fight. Only thing I didn't really agree with that he said that Floyd told him that he's the A side. I mean, how? Are you the A side because you are Spanish or half black? Like, what makes you the A side? What have you done? T.O. is a 2-division champion, 2-time Ring Magazine champion, and he fought Josh Taylor and he fought Lomachenko and in their prime. So it's like, when you hear that, it's just like, that sounds stupid. Like, why would you even bring that up, that Floyd told you the A side? Who have you fought? So you telling me Josh Herring or Yoshino is supposed to, or I mean, who? Oscar Wilde is supposed to make you the A side? I don't get it, man. Some of the stuff some of these fighters say, you just be like, what are you even talking about? They even think Shakur to even think he's the A side is like crazy. Like, off what? The Casasiao fight? Like, what fight did you give us that would make you say you the A side? But that's how boxers are these days. These guys just be like kind of delusional at what they talk about. So it's no surprise. What's going on, Free? How you doing, man?
What's good? What's good?
Oh man, just basically talking before our guests come in, talking about the Shakur fight. I don't know if you've seen the Art of Dialogue where Shakur was saying he the A side, that Floyd told him he was the A side. What you think about that? I thought that was kind of like weird to say. Like, what has he done to be the A side versus anybody?
He's the A side versus Tio.
He said he feels like he should have been the A side versus Tio.
I mean, in his situation, him versus Tio, it pretty much comes down to whichever promoter is putting on the fight. You know that Tio, they both are fighting under Turkey for this card. It all depends on what Turkey says, because they're pretty much is like 50-50. Neither one of them ever headlined a pay-per-view. They both been on pay-per-view, but neither one of them headlined a pay-per-view. They probably headlined the same amount of events. Their name is probably about the same as in the public eye. So it's like a 50-50 thing. It comes down to whichever promoter is promoting the fight. Because I think they like, it's a toss up. You could say, some people might say T.O.'s A-side, some people might say Shakur's A-side. It's a toss up. Now, it's not a definitive person in that situation that is the A-side over the other person.
So you don't go off competition.
No, it doesn't go up. It doesn't go up a competition. A-side doesn't go up a competition. It's about who brings the fans to the stadium. And I mean, you can have an argument that Shakur might have a bigger fan base. He did put on fights in his own city, and he did well in his own city. But I mean, like I said, it all depends on who you talk to. It's like a toss-up. It depends on who the promoter is going to be for the fight.
Yeah. Wow. I never heard of it that way. Because I get what you're saying, but if you're talking about, T.O. who then headlined events with Josh Taylor and headline events with Lomachenko, these two guys are probably going to the Hall of Fame. And I mean, you talking about a Shakur whose best win is Oscar Valdez. I guess for me, that's kind of hard to even say. Like, oh yeah, this is even comparable, because I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. When it comes to Shakur, I really don't know what he's really done, who he's really fought to get so much love. I get he was an Olympian, a silver medalist, but for the most part, I just don't understand the whole thing about him. I don't know if he got a big fan base. People talk about Shakur, but I don't really see the support. I mean, we've seen his fights in New Jersey. They don't always be sold out. I mean, I don't know. I just think like Shakur really is just to me, he's more popular for being with Jay Prince than he is actually fighting. What you think?
I don't know. Like I said, he's more known to be for his fighting and his style of fighting, things like that. But like, even when you say like T.O. headline with Josh Taylor, it was in the Hulu theater and it didn't even sell that out. So it's like, okay, that doesn't really help him. It actually hurts him because he was on there with a former undisputed champion, and y'all couldn't even be in the big room. Y'all had to be in the theater. So and y'all didn't sell it out. So it doesn't help you. Like I said, when we talk about A side and B side, it's the person that generates the most money. Who are the fans coming out to see? That's who dictates who's the A side. That's how Floyd. When Floyd said, "When I beat Oscar De La Hoya, I will be the money man," because Floyd was already having a fan base. He just had to beat that one person that was the pay-per-view star at the time, and was Oscar De La Hoya. Once he beat Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd became the money man because now everybody is gunning to beat him because he's undefeated. He beat Oscar De La Hoya. He's already headlining pay-per-view fight. So, but yeah, it doesn't really matter who you fought. It comes down to who generates the most money when you talk about A side and B side, because that's the one that the people are coming out to see. Regardless, like Mike Tyson can go fight 10 bums, but people are coming to see Mike Tyson fight. It doesn't matter who he's fighting; they're coming to see him fight because he's a money man. It's the same thing. Like if you look at Mike Tyson's career, he only got a few great names on his resume. The majority of his resume is a bunch of guys that most people don't even know who they are. If you don't know boxing like that, most people don't know who they are. So he was generating money because he was knocking people out, and everybody wanted to see him knock people out, and he was getting people out of there early. So it all depends on who generates the most money. That's why people say that Earl was the A side over Bud, because Earl was generating more money than Bud. Bud was more accomplished than Earl, but Earl was generating more money. So it comes to who generates more money.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. For me, I'll just say this, Shakur, and I guess the thing with me is like, for the way he talks, I would have thought like he really had done a lot of work in this game. And really with him, is really nothing more than beating a couple okay guys. I think that he needs this T.O. fight really bad to kind of prove who he is. Because I know he said he's top 5 for if he beats T.O., which I would agree. I would agree because I know only like you get like some black fans that hate T.O. or whatever for whatever reason. You know, he says some stupid stuff in his life. But I will say this: T.O., as far as fighting, has done a lot in the sport of boxing. He done took a lot of chances. Of late, he's been doing a lot of ducking and dodging. I will say that. But for the most part, he really, especially the younger, at a young one, you know, they call him Fortnite T.O. But he was doing all the Fortnite dances. He was really fighting a lot of tough guys, like back to back to back. And it's like, you know, people forget about that, but that was pretty special what he was doing at 135.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No,
he did not. No, he did not.
You go from you go to Richard Coleman. Come on, man.
No. Listen. You can say what you want to say. You can build people up how you want to build it up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody looked at Richard Coleman as the best guy in 135. He was a champion. I give T.O. Credit for beating him for his belt. He beat him.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at Loma. Then he fought Cambosi. Then he went to 140 and he fought the guys he fought at 140. Then he fought Josh Taylor. It wasn't a whole bunch of tough guys back to back to back. He fought a couple of tough guys throughout his career, but you making it seem like he was just fighting tough guy after tough guy after tough guy. No, he had a few decent opponents, but to say that they were tough guys like that, no. And then he had a couple of questionable fights in between there with what's the guy named
Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin was a tough one, but he beat him. Jermaine Taylor.
I wouldn't say Sandor Martin is a tough guy. I would say he's a valid opponent. I wouldn't say he's a tough guy. I would say he's a valid opponent. Nobody is looking at Martin as the guy you gotta beat. You beat him, that solidifies you at 140. No, he wasn't that guy. He was a valid opponent. He's valid. I wouldn't say he was a bad opponent or anything like that, but he ain't the guy. Oh, you beat Sandor Martin. Oh yeah, T.O. He that dude at 140. Oh, he made his name. No, it's not that. Like I said, he had a couple of tough guys on his resume. You look at T.O.'s resume, he had a couple of tough guys, but it wasn't back to back to back to back. No, it was not. You say he did a lot. He only beat 3 guys. If you really want to be technical, he beat 3 guys. He beat Richard Coleman, he beat Loma, he beat Josh Taylor. If you really want to be technical.
You pretty funny, man. The hate is just crazy, man.
You should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God gave you.
I'm just saying, those are 3 guys that had a belt. He beat 3 champions. So to say he did a lot is kind of stretching. You kind of stretching to say he did a lot.
I really bury motherfuckers.
He buried a bunch of dudes, man. But I like how you just cheering the hate on the kid. But that's cool, man. Because I never thought I would hear you hate like that. I mean, I get what you said, but Nakatani, Richard Coleman, Loma, Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, these are all decent guys that he beat, man. He got some decent guys in his record.
I said he had some valid opponents, but to say that they were tough guys back to back to back, no, it wasn't. They wasn't. He had some valid opponents. I would say Loma, tough guy. I would say Josh Taylor, tough guy. And then after that, everybody else is like, okay, they good, but they ain't who we expect to see you in the ring with. Wasn't nobody looking to see him in the ring with no Jermaine Ortiz or no what's the other guy? Steve Claggett. Now a lot of people wanted to see him in there with Arnold Barboza. I give him that. They wanted to see him in there with Arnold Barboza.
Right.
But Those other guys, nobody was calling to see him in there. He picked those guys because he said, "Okay, I know, I got skills over these individuals." The only one I would say it probably had a legitimate shot of beating him was Jermaine Ortiz. He's the only one I say had a legitimate shot, and a lot of people believe that Jermaine Ortiz should have won that fight or had an argument of winning that fight.
I mean, it's just I get what you're saying, Free, but I guess it's kind of hard to get past like the hate because any fighter you name, we can't say he fought that type of competition. One of my favorite fighters, Gary Antoine, he ain't fought nobody he ain't fought the same competition as T.O. He hasn't.
We're not talking about T.O. We're not talking about Antoine.
But I'm just giving you an example. I'm giving you an example of just somebody that we both like. He ain't fought nobody nearly like that.
Hold up. It does not matter who we like or who we don't like. I'm just giving you what it is. Just because you like him, that doesn't mean anything. I'll be the first one to tell you that Antoine ain't been in there with no daggone Hall of Famer. I'm the first one to tell you when Antoine lost his fight, I said, yeah, he lost. Y'all was like, oh, you being hard on him. No, I'm telling you what it is. He lost. He got away from the game plan. He lost. And he came out and told you the exact same thing that I told y'all right after the fight was over. So I'm not lying to y'all. I'm telling you what I see. And like I said, it ain't had nothing to do with hate. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's been fighting the best guys at 135 and 140 his entire career, because he hasn't. He hasn't. He fought a couple of good guys, but he ain't been fighting the best guys. He should have fought Devin Haney instead of fighting daggone Cam Bolton. He should have fought Devin Haney. He was the one that said, I can make Devin Haney my mandatory. I'm the franchise champion. I can make him my mandatory. I'm gonna send a contract to each one of these guys. Whoever signed first, that's the one I'm fighting. When we found out, he didn't send a contract to nobody. Bob sent it to Cam Bolton. So I mean, you can fall for all of the gun, the wordplay, all you want to. It ain't flying with me. I don't fall for it. I see right through these people. You can fall for
you
the
a wild boy,
Free. You're not gonna trick me with the words. I look at your actions. I don't listen to the words. I look at your actions.
If you looked at his actions, you would say T.O. was one of the best fighters of a generation. If you look at his actions, if you look at his actions, you would say that.
I would say he is one of the best fighters of his generation. That's the reason why we want to see him in certain fights. If he wasn't, we wouldn't want to see him in any of these fights. So I would say that. But his action shows you that he is not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He just decided to step his action up by getting in there with Shakur, because he was the one that said he was offered $11 million to fight Devin Haney, and he chose not to because there was no belt on the line, even though he was pushing to fight Duran Bruce Ennis at the same weight class with no belt on the line.
Mm-hmm. Smash the like button for your boy BB on Free. I'll say this though, but we did see, and you know it's funny, we seen T.O. blatantly calling out Boots Ennis, and for whatever reason he couldn't get the fight. I think he would have beat Boots. I mean, because usually when T.O. calling somebody out, he sees something. And salute to my brother Juan, but salute to Eric Carrier, my bad, Aircraft Carrier, salute to my brother. But I'll say this, man, salute to my man Honey Butter. I'll say this though, no matter how I go, I'm excited about the fight. Only thing I will say about Shakur is he got to really work on like being likable, because when I heard him on his interview today, it was just like he just doesn't know how to say the right things to keep people excited. Like he said today, he only said he wouldn't fight 2 people. And I thought to myself, okay. Then he said, well, if I fought Keyshawn, it would change our relationship. So I'm thinking to myself, like, if it would change our relationship, that means y'all was never friends. If that's the case, there's so much money and legacy on the line. I don't know. I'll just say this. He's not a guy I can get behind. Like, I know Juan support him because he's Puerto Rican now, but Shakur is one of them guys, man. I'm going to be rooting for the rest of his career. I'm going to be rooting for him to lose. Because I just think he's super unlikable.
That's what he wants. He You want to either root for him to win or root for him to lose. Either way, you're going to pay to see him. So
Right.
he don't care whether you like him or not. That's how Floyd built his career. He built his career on either you're going to pay to see me win or you're going to pay to see me lose. But either way, you're going to pay to see me. So that's what these fighters do. You got to know the plays before the play is being played. That's what these fighters do. They say and do things because they want a reaction out of the fans. Either fans are going to love them for what they say or they're going to hate them and they're going to pay to see them lose. Either way, they are paying to see them. That's what these guys do.
Yeah,
y'all want them to talk. Y'all want to hear them talk because when they talk, they can have the fans buy into them. Whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, either way, the fans are going to buy into them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel what you're saying. I just feel like when it comes to Shakur, I just feel like he's one of those guys where he just doesn't have the likable thing. And I think that's very important in boxing. You got to be liked, man. Especially when you ask somebody to spend a possible $80 a pay-per-view to see you fight. You got to be somebody that people like. I mean, Errol Spence showed you that. I mean, I don't know how many people got to understand that you got to be somebody that people want to see. And I feel like when you hear some of the things Shakur say, he makes it hard to root for him.
Well, now that Shakur is with Eddie Hearn and dealing with Turkey, he's on the zone. So if you paying him $45, you ain't gotta pay $80 to see. You gonna get it for free.
Yeah. And I don't think he hasn't even headlined any of those cards he's been on with Ring Magazine. So I mean, I'm just at the point where when it comes to him, it's like that's why I like to talk about him because he's so boring, man. Like he got nothing really to offer the sport other than being, being Shakur.
You never headline none of those VRCs cards. Neither has that going Theo. He don't never headline none of them either.
Yo, we got my man in the house. What's going on, Coach? How you feeling, man?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Hard man to get up when he getting all that money, man. He don't come see us no more.
Oh, no. I'm here.
What's going on, Coach, man? So how you been, man? We ain't seen you in a while.
Good. I'm blessed. Everything good. How y'all been? I'm here to catch up.
Good.
What's going on?
I'm trying to keep this Puerto Rican going, man. He keep trying to scream at me, man. You got to watch him.
Oh, my goodness.
What's going on, Coach B?
What questions y'all have? I know y'all got some questions. Y'all been seeing things online.
So the main thing I want to start with and with you is I want to ask you this, man. What was it like seeing Abdullah Mason become champion?
I knew he would be champion. I told Floyd when they was young, I said, Floyd, it's you, Abdullah, and Carmel. Y'all going to be the next horseman coming. So I was promoting Mason before anybody was on him. I was promoting him on my site. So he deserved it. Every camp we was in, not every camp, but some of the camps we was in, we'll see Mason in it. So they did just like us. If a father to bring 4 or 5 sons along, man, I'm 100% for them. I'm not going against them anyway.
Right. And also I wanted to ask you this. When you seen them go across the seas to Riyadh, did you guys when you seeing him do all these Riyadh cards, did you guys kind of feel left out?
Hell no. I would feel left out of a Riyadh card.
Go ahead.
We got a different business model than Mason and them. Because of, their structure, the place they signed to, their management, they got a whole different, we contractors, we work for ourselves. So we got a deal with partners. We don't work for nobody. So our thing is different. We eat off a bigger plate because we get off of the commercials, the networks, because we are doing it ourselves when we got into the game. So we knew what to put in the contract. So I don't know that side of the business, but it's just I think it's a different model, business model.
Yeah, the reason I say that is because one thing about Kid is we always hear about how personable he is, how much people like him and enjoy hearing him talk. I'm just wondering, with a young guy like that, is it hard making him a star? Because he's not a big talker?
Nah, it's very easy. It's very easy because I was an A&R in the music industry. So for me, it's easy. So I don't know about anybody else. So I knew what steps to build a star. So I was designing this for 19 years. I knew exactly who I was signing to, why I was signing to them, how to get to the network, So I already know what we're working on. So for me, it was easy because I did it for artists. So, but for an average dad, that route might be a little more challenging if they don't have the financial backing. Like I had sponsors from when I was working with artists, like and stuff like that. So Floyd was a Ford model and was on Ford commercials before he even blew up. That's how we built our own place to put on fights. Like Kid Career, I got with Davies, and we built our own thing. It was on our own fights. We ended up 1,800 seats in our own arena. So when we got a business with them, it's a whole different ball game. You can't come just offer me like a rap contract and I own the whole damn label. So.
Right. So I want to ask you this too, man. Is it true that I know I heard Bernard Hopkins say that he wanted to be more involved with Kid? Is that something that's been happening?
I didn't hear Bernard say that. I keep my camp small. Nobody can come into my camp. Everything comes through me because that's what I developed. He's my son, but he's a product and he understands that business model. So nobody can just go to Nike and say what they're gonna do. No, they got to come through and we got to understand the whole plan and how it's going to benefit us financially. Because everybody making money off of fighters. Everybody making money except the fighters. It's crazy.
For sure. I'm gonna bring my brother Coach Hackett in. He's coach of Jahlil Hackett. I don't know if you're familiar with Jahlil.
I know that. I know. That's my guy, man. I've never had no problem.
What's going on, fellas? Hey, Coach Schofield. Hey, what's going on, BBO, D-Free? How y'all doing today?
How you doing? What's up with Jahlil?
Hey, man, we do what we do, champ. We do what we do. We when you trying to make it the way you got to make it to make your kid get what he's supposed to get, you just got you got to do what you got to do, and it's gonna make some people happy. It's gonna upset others, but at the end of the day, I'm with my son. So that's my team. They're my team since it came out of his mama's womb, and that's the only person who I know gonna be there, whether it's an up or a down. So that's how I look at it.
So me and you can relate. Me and you can totally relate, man. So when is his next fight?
We're looking at something coming up soon. We haven't got a clear date on it yet, but we know we're going right back. So we're just waiting for everything to get finalized.
That's a good thing. Everybody know your son gifted. At least everybody behind the scenes know that.
So I wanted to ask you this though, Coach. Before I bring my brother Free in, when y'all went in with Tevin Farmer after he had two great, well, I would say really one great fight with Willie Zepeda, were you guys surprised when y'all beat him dead? I didn't see that happening. I did not see that happening.
I told him he was gonna knock. And they told me I didn't know boxing. They laughed. All of that, but I know my son. I know how hard he hit, and I can see Tevin make a lot of mistakes with that hand. Anybody coming in the Philly shell with a switch fighter that got feet, they making a mistake because they leaving half of their body wide open, and then his eye going this way with the hand down. He's never gonna see the punch. So that was cool. But we going to fight. We really study our opponents to find out their flaws because my goal is to make sure he wins and get out that ring as fast as possible.
I just couldn't believe it when you seen that he was hurt. Were you surprised it was over that fast? I mean, that was a shock, man. That was a hell of a performance. I got to give y'all credit on that. That was a hell of a performance, man.
Anybody with a Philly shell that keep their chin up in the air, know what happened at that. Because it only take a clip of the chin, or it's only a certain amount of knockout points. The temples, here, the ear, the liver. So those are the targets that you're targeting. And for a kid that grew up there, it's like a game to him. He's gonna get to your chin if it's up in the air. So it's only a matter of time. So yeah, I knew Tevin was gonna get knocked out.
So when y'all seen it, did y'all see something in the Willie Zepeda fights, or y'all just figured that he was gonna have his head up in the air?
Nah, all these guys are not like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was in camp with a lot of them. These guys are not, and I'm not crapping on them. I don't want to discredit their brand, but some guys are boxers and some guys are fighters. And I don't know if everybody understand that. Like, there's always a kid in the neighborhood that could really rock fighting. Everybody know this kid that this dude would knock you out. He could fight. Mm-hmm. And that's more like what Kid is. Kid didn't win no nationals in boxing. and stuff. He was always trained to be a professional fighter since a kid, not a decorated amateur. So when they come in as these great amateur fighters, they got a whole style that they got to try to change and learn how to fight. Because Tevin and them, they come in boxing, but when the dude coming in to break your jaw and break your nose and really break your rib and go in there to hurt you, and to the point that he's training like that and training where he broke his own rib fighting somebody, like they rocking like that. And these dudes in there boxing, they leaving out the ring with no black eyes, no blood. They're not gonna stand up against a fighter that's going in there to try to kill him. And that's kid mind state. His mind state is, I'm gonna try to kill him in there.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I think more people should have that. You know, let's make a good show, get paid, but let's hurt somebody, because I think I'm not a big fan of this guy, but that's what makes David Benavidez so special, man. He gets in there. Like, I've never seen Yard bleed like that. Yard was bleeding like a pig. Did you see that fight?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. That was beautiful, man. He was bleeding all over the place, man. I was just like, I didn't know David could do that. But speaking of that, when you see like on the horizon, go ahead.
Mr. Hackett know about that because his son being there knocking people's heads off and knocking them out. And I believe his son was like Tank Davis' small partner as a kid. So they of the same cloth. They going in there to knock your head off. So I think he could answer that too.
What'd you say about that, Coach? Do you tell Jahlil to go on there and hurt people? Or that's just what happened?
I don't think if you're a fighter and somebody has to tell you to go hurt somebody, I don't think you should be doing this, and I don't think you're going to be doing it very long. I shouldn't have to tell you to hurt somebody. I should have to call you off.
That's right. See, that's the difference. That's the difference of them and some of these boxers. So any guy that get in the ring with them, they gonna run right through them.
So I know you guys had the recent injury. I didn't really understand what happened. So you said he ended up getting a mess in his hand up, or what happened to with his hand?
He partially tore 2 ligaments in his wrist. He threw an uppercut and his hand went back and it sprang it. And the doctor sat him on the bench for 6 weeks. And people act like we could have still took the fight. Once a doctor say no and it's in your medical, you're not getting a license to fight. So they pulled us out of the fight for 6 weeks. So they just rescheduled the JoJo fight to, I think, February, March. So it's still going on. He just had to sit for 6 weeks.
Yeah, because I should knock JoJo. He looked horrible versus Regis. He should knock him out.
JoJo a tough cookie, though. JoJo got a lot of experience. He got a lot of experience, and he got a tough head. So it would be a good challenge for Kid. I want to see it myself.
The way I seen Regis Prograde beating on him, you remember that movie, what is that, Menace to Society? He was beating him like Kane was beating Chachi, man. That was a pretty bad whooping he was putting on him. So no, but speaking of that, when you think about 135, y'all get past JoJo, do you guys see yourself fighting the Tank or any of those guys down there at 135? Is there a particular that you want?
I think Tank moving up. We Tank mandatory. Roy holds 2 WBA titles already, and he's mandatory for the world title. I think Tank moving up to fight Pitbull for his title or something, and then Devin. So, Tank got an exit strategy. He wants the biggest money, and I don't hate on that. He deserved the biggest bank right now. I'm not fighting a young bull, so Tank is going to vacate that title sooner or later. And that's what we know for. The WBA got us just waiting for Tank's decision. They said he had 9 months to figure if he was going to fight, vacate, move up, or whatever. And now he got an injury, so there's nothing they could do. They got to wait.
So speaking of that, I want to ask you about this guy, man. They saying he might be the best in boxing. What you think about the kid, John Obertai? Have you seen him?
Nah.
This dude, he's at light heavyweight. He didn't put 6 of the last 7 opponents in the hospital. This dude pretty fierce, man.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with that. But you got to look at who he put in the hospital and who they fought. See, it's a lot of politics in this. Promoters' job is to build their fighter to make them get to these big things so they can split the money. So you got to really look. He can look like a killer, but what happened when that coyote go in there with a lion? Is he going to step up and be a lion, or he going to back down like a coyote, like what Anthony Joshua? Or, You know, he was like a god till he ran into somebody who flipped him, and then you started seeing who Anthony Joshua really was. He wasn't the lion; he was the coyote. So time will tell if he really is good as people gonna put him.
Yeah, because I know you guys at 135. Would you guys ever consider going to 140?
We are going to 140. Kid goal is to be undisputed at 135, 140, and 147. That's always been his goal, and now he's trying to say he's going to go up higher because Crawford done one. Like he always been chasing this Crawford thing and this undisputed thing. So,
right.
You know, going up. Kid is big right now at 135. He just still can make weight. His nutritionist is real good, but he's big for 135. He could go up to 140 right now and rock with all of them.
Yeah, because I think he'll do good. I just worry about, you know, that monster Emiliano Vargas, man. That's the only thing. I just wait. Because y'all from his class, and I would hate for Vargas to get hands on y'all. I was telling everybody, man, some brothers getting better.
Wow, we would love that. We would love that.
And we would see y'all fight him, man. That would be great, man.
We would stop him.
You said you would stop Emiliano?
Man, we would stop him. A lot of people laugh when I say these things, but it's a science to boxing. It's 5 styles. Every style got a counter style. Every style has flaws. If you know the styles, you know when they're making a mistake. And you know the counter to it, because all you got to do is study the classic fights of the people that made the mistakes. He didn't go to school. He was sat in front of boxing his whole life, studying all 5 styles, all these fights. He's like an encyclopedia. He would stop him. Easy. And that's no disrespect to that guy. I say Kid is the greatest boxer of all time. And if I say that, we're going to have to fight the greatest boxers of these eras.
Hey, Coach, you might not me, but that's right. You know, I went to the fight when Xander fought. He punched a dude one time. I thought that brother was dead.
It happened in boxing. You see that in the gym. It happened in boxing. You see that in the gym all the time. So it ain't something you immune to. You've seen this stuff. So for a boxer who's been around it and broke his jaws, and it's normal. What is that? Everybody a killer. Everybody can hit hard. Everybody can rock on this level. So it's like you can never think like somebody in this game that somebody gonna beat you. That's what you're gonna manifest. Because you guys. So I'm like never gonna manifest my son and me that anybody will do anything.
Oh yeah. No, exactly what you mean.
So I don't want people to just be like, oh, it's arrogance. No, we gods. So don't manifest that if that ain't what you want. So anyway.
So I'm a Puerto Rican Free coming here. He looks like a brother, but it's a Puerto Rican. Go ahead, Free.
No, you kind of touched on it earlier. I was going to ask, so when the next time we expect to see Kid in the ring, and who's his next opponent?
I think it was February 21st, but we waiting for Golden Boy and Ryan Garcia to figure what they're doing. And I think that'd be the co-main on Ryan card, or either right after Ryan card the week after. And the next opponent is supposed to be Jojo Diaz, because that's where we left off at. You know, and it's only right he's been training this long. He put the money hiring coaches. That'd be kind of whack if we go somewhere else and invest in it. So that's what I'm next.
No, I was going to ask you, being though that Kid is the number one contender in the WBA, are y'all going to petition to be Tank's mandatory and force him to either fight y'all? If y'all get past Jojo Diaz, or when y'all get past Jojo Diaz, are y'all going to petition to become the mandatory and force Tank to fight y'all, or are y'all just going to wait to see what Tank do?
We've been his mandatory for a year now. I've been calling him out a year now. And online, people say pop crazy. We've been calling him out a year. And no disrespect to Tank, but I don't think that we worth as much as Tank is worth. Tank want to make $20 million fights. He know fighting us is a $5 million fight. So just little economics. So he's looking for the bigger fights. So it ain't like he's scared of anything. He's just looking for bigger fights. So we got to wait till the champion decide to get a bigger fight and vacate the belt. Because he's been loyal to WBA. So I could feel why they rocking with him like. Because all these years he gave up everything else, but he rocked with the WBA. And he brought them a lot of money. So business-wise, I won't want him to cross them like that. So if he don't want to fight us, cool. I called you out. It is what it is. That's all I can do. Now we're gonna fight whoever Golden Boy give us. They finally give us that belt, and we gotta fight Lucas' body for the belt when he vacates. Lucas won the chance to fight for Tank's belt, but we already know who the opponent's gonna be. We just waiting for Tank.
One last question. I'm gonna turn it back over to BBO. Y'all get past Jojo Diaz. If Tank Davis don't select y'all to fight in his next fight, by he gets past his opponent, you get past Jojo Diaz. Who are y'all looking to go at next?
We gotta fight Lucas' body for the belt. That's what I was saying before. Once he do whatever he gotta do, Lucas' body already won the opportunity to fight Tank belt, and we mandatory to fight for Tank belt. So we're gonna be fighting Lucas' body for Tank belt once Tank decide to fight Pitbull Cruz and win that title.
Okay.
So my question would be this, Coach: are you able to navigate getting so much criticism when you really? I don't know from speaking to you, you really are trying to do the right thing. When you think about all the criticism you get, how are you able to maneuver through that?
Yo, Jesus was criticized, right? And I know that I'm going on the righteous course. I went through hell. I came through hell to get to this point. And I know now, one day I'm going to be gone. So I got to live in God's purpose and help people. So that's the journey I'm going on. So they criticize Jesus. And anybody righteous that tried to do anything for our people, you know what they did to them. So you already know the journey. So it is what it is. I'm going to enjoy every day. And I'm going to get closer to God every day and try to fight off my own ego.
So I know that you guys do a lot for the community around the holiday season, man. What did you guys do this past Thanksgiving? I know y'all did something because y'all know y'all always give back to the people, man. What did y'all do this past Thanksgiving for the people?
We have a annual Salvation Army thing for mothers that's in the shelter. So we feed the kids that's in the shelter and the mothers that's there. And then Christmas time is the children's hospital, but to help out the people that can't afford their bill for their kids. Because you can't take none of this shit with you. It's all an illusion. For real, this is the trick of the devil. It's all an illusion. You can't take $1, a kid, a girlfriend, none of this stuff. That's the illusion. So once you get past that part, life is good, man. So
how's it been being a grandpa, man? I know that's a new thing for you, man.
That lets you know how old you getting. Like you seeing them growing faster. Like now he walking and everything else. So it's like, time is ticking for people that's past their 50s. Now it's time to really do. But how old are y'all doing? Like what's going on for Christmas?
Man, I'm just trying to get ready, man, and hopefully have a beautiful Christmas, man. I done got everything decorated like my grandparents used to do, so I want to have some fun. I used to have the Christmas cheer. I'm ready to have me some Christmas cheer, man.
Okay. I'm gonna call kid, tell him come on over here. So we can get on here too while y'all on the phone.
But go ahead, Coach, but I think you got some more questions for him.
Go ahead, take your time. He right next door. I just don't feel like walking. So what you doing for Christmas, Mr. Hackett?
Oh man, look, we've been kind of busy this year with fights and being camp. So me and my wife are actually in Orlando right now. Me and her, we have ownership of a piece of property down here. So we're down here for a week. Me and her, let her kick back, let her relax. Made dinner for her tonight. She deserves it. And hey, just enjoying some time with just my wife. She give up a lot to be a mother and a grandmother, so just giving her some time to be able to relax, hang out, and enjoy herself.
That's a great thing, man. Enjoy that weather. Enjoy that weather. He coming, his girlfriend going to get him now.
Okay.
How about you, Free?
Hey, real quick, I got a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My question is, I know the kid is doing great right now with his career. A lot of things are moving in a positive direction for him. But I also keep in mind that he is still young like my son. Both of them are young. When you think about the next 10 or 12 years of his pro career, who do you think some of the young fighters that could be possible great fights for him, or he may have rivalries with? Because, like I said, in time, the Charlos, the Boots, the Tanks, all of those guys will be gone. Jahlil and Kid and some other fighters, they're in the 21, 22-year-old range, where some of the guys that you're charging at, they 28, 29, 30. So they'll be gone at some point. Who do you think the young guys are that you could be in some great wars with?
We don't know because they buying all American amateurs and boxers. They signing over the Matchroom and across the seas. They snatching them up like wildfire. They just getting it. So I don't know. American boxing right now got to wake up, or it's not going to be American boxing. It'll be over there. So I don't know who we will fight yet. That would be up to Oscar and them because the politics that's involved behind the scenes is ridiculous. Now they talking about that they came into business to unite things. Yo, it's more division. It seemed like it's crazy. It's crazy how things is. There's so much division even with these belts. If you look at the rankings, none of them have the same rank guys. Like, yo, it's crazy. Like, what ranking are you looking at that this one not looking at? It's like everything is so much politics behind the scenes is becoming really like entertainment. So
yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, so I wish it would be Mason. I wish we would have had a chance to fight Tank before he retired, but I doubt that. But Mason seemed like the only one, Mason and Kamel, that's coming up right behind it. The same ones I told Floyd, I said, y'all three gonna be the ones. Those are the only ones I see at this point at 135, maybe early 140.
Yeah, and I like I said, I asked that because I think that boxing is about to reset itself. I've been saying that for years, that every 12 to 15 years, boxing has a reset. When it resets itself, the reset forces certain things to happen that under the previous regime would not happen. And I do look at your son, I look at Abdullah Mason, I look at a lot of the young fighters, and if you've been following Jahlil for any time period, he's been calling all the guys, regardless of what promoter that they're with, the young guns. He said he thinks these guys are going to be the ones that force the promoter to make the fights. If a fight between Kid and Abdullah Mason, if those two want to fight each other, I think under this new reset of boxing, they're going to force the promoters to make the fight happen. I think that's going to be good for boxing because to me, the biggest thing I missed in this outgoing generation was the only four kings we got to see was with their Twitter famous. We never got to see them fight in the ring.
For real.
And that to me was it was a savage disgrace for the sport of boxing because the last time we threw that conversation of four kings around, it was four fighters who forced the fights. Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Duran, Ray Leonard. So I think if you're in an era where they're calling you four kings, if the promoters use that, then the fighters to an obligated necessary need to force them to create those fights. And I think that's what's going to happen with the next generation. I look forward to you fighting Kamel. I look forward to you fighting Abdullah Mason. I look forward to you fighting Emiliano Vargas because I think those, I'm not going to say they not, I'm going to say I guarantee those fights happen because the new regime of boxing and the mentality of those young fighters, they don't care about an O. They don't care. So because they don't care, they're going to make fights. And I really think that I'll see those fights with your son.
I hope so, because we want to fight all of them. We don't care. We don't care about no because all the greats lost. And he's chasing like Sugar Ray Robinson. That's like his dream, Floyd thing. So he don't care. He just want to fight. So I hope that it could get past the politics. Because he want to fight. He want to fight Abdullah like soon as he gets the WBA belt. He want to unify with Abdullah. He want to show everybody that Abdullah won't last past 2 rounds for him. So after they leaked only 1 round out of 4 rounds, it was like, all right, so they playing. And after they said we didn't take the fight and we took the fight with them, they didn't take the fight with us. They offered us $1 million and they said, you only taking $750,000. We said, all right, we'll take it. They didn't take the fight. So then they went and twisted it. So for Floyd, it's personal. He like, all right, cool. Y'all want to play? So yeah, I can't wait to him in that Abdullah fight. That's gonna be a mega fight because they both gifted, but Floyd gonna sleep Abdullah.
So when you seen the Sam Nose fight, did that make Abdullah look pretty human to you?
Abdullah been pretty human to us in the amateurs. And when Floyd sparred him, he looked pretty like he's not. Abdullah is gonna be a Hall of Famer. The only one that I think that really will beat Abdullah is Kid. And that's because Kid is a switch fighter. I ain't gonna give too many secrets, but the style that him, his bigger brother, Shakur, all of them fight with is a flaw. It's a mistake. And they mimicking somebody who was good at what they did because they knew the 5 styles, so they knew when to change the mistake. But they didn't learn when to change the mistake. So it's easy to beat that style. It's just like Tevin Farmer. They all fight the same way. The same stance. I'm telling you, man, that style is a flaw. So yes, we want to show everybody that Abdullah is human, just like Floyd is human. It's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny to hear you say that, man, because a lot of guys, people don't realize you see a lot of Floyd influence on them. And like you said, that's a good point that these guys are not usually as skilled or as well versed as Floyd either, because Floyd could do so many different things. And Floyd, I always looked at Floyd as like a monster because he was like a bunch of different people in one. And you don't really see that much in boxing no more. When you see a guy take so many styles, he look like Pernell, he fought on the inside like Duran, he got the great spacing like Sugar Ray Leonard, he know how to pick his shot. You know, that kind of stuff you don't really see, because I think a lot of times, a lot of the coaches, they kind of become strength and conditioning coaches. They just kind of do that and not really teach the sport. Is that why you guys been successful? Because you kind of focus on teaching the sport?
See, yeah, because Floyd learned from his uncle. One, his daddy was an outboxer, basically. He stood in the 4 zone. He used the fast jab. That's his daddy. That's that. His uncle was a boxer puncher. Was more like trying to get the knockout. So he learned 2 styles from there. Then his uncle Jeff was also a different fighter. So he bumped into the 5 styles of boxing. And then say on his own documentary, all I did when I went home was study boxing. And I went to the gym and act like what I studied and mix my stuff. He told the secret of what to do, but most of these boxers don't want to spend that time. That take hours upon hours building the IQ. They want to go in the ring, learn, throw some punches, and go home and chill with a girl or go whatever they want to do. They don't want to sit there and watch some black and whites and say, this is this style. Let me see what 5 styles use this. What was their flaws? They don't want to do the work. It's like going to college, but they want to make the top dollar. So anyway, Floyd was like that. These guys are copying a style but don't know the IQ of it.
Yeah, because hold
on, they might need to go to Georgie Benton. If they go to Georgie Benton, they will see where Floyd Sr. got it from. And go to Georgie Benton and follow from there. And then you will learn the flaws of the style, the correct way to throw the style, and then you will see if these guys are making a mistake and what punch will knock them out. You will figure it for yourself. Sorry to overtalk you.
No, I like it because, I'm a boxing nerd. I just think when you talk about Floyd, I think having the benefit to see different people's career made him really hard to beat. But I honestly can say this. You can beat Floyd with size. I always believe that. What's going on, Champ? How you feeling, man?
Y'all better not be talking about this Floyd right now, man. How you doing? How you guys doing? What's up, Mr. Hackett? Long time no see, brother.
My guy, what's going on, man? My guy.
Before you ride from that, Corrales was bigger than Floyd, so you can't use that.
No, he was just bigger in height. He wasn't bigger, though, is what I mean. Oh, yeah. He wasn't big. He was just bigger in height. Because Floyd beat him from pole to post. He beat him dead.
Who did Floyd beat that was bigger?
Mike Donald that was like one of his hardest fights.
But still, he beat him. Twice.
First fight, I don't know. Second fight, he beat him.
All right, so he beat somebody.
First
so
fight,
that theory cannot.
Well, he lost to Castillo, man.
You always talk, man.
Yeah, I've told yeah.
They robbed Castillo, man. They robbed him because he was Mexican, man. That's all it was. They robbed him. Even D. Free will tell you that. He a Puerto Rican. But let me ask you this.
Huh? We ain't saying that. You ain't gonna get me in that lie.
Oh, you don't think Castillo won? Come on, man, stop. But you know what? You can't listen to Puerto Rican Frio, kid, because it's the same dude that said Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar. So you know.
Wait, who?
He said Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar.
Nah, I don't think so. Well, it was a good fight. I would say it was a good fight.
I mean, he put Oscar on his pockets, but that was the best. That was the best thing he did. That was it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sure.
And then he ran.
Should have won that.
That's right. That's right. We gotta be politically correct.
Oh, yeah.
Who he signed to? Oscar whipped his ass.
Yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you this though, kid. When you be around Oscar, man, I'll probably only one on the panel that believe this. But what is it like being around the greatest little fighter, man, and Oscar De La Hoya? That's my favorite fighter.
He's a great guy. I feel like now being a great guy has nothing to do with business. I can't speak from the business aspect on what other people went through. But from a kind of like a friend associate standpoint, he's a great associate. You know, he always checks up on you, make sure you're doing well, make sure you're training. When you're there at the fights, he always makes sure he got you, takes you out to dinner. But I haven't had no bad experience with the business side. Hopefully we don't. But I can't speak for other people. He's a great guy in my book so far. So.
Hey, man, I would agree with you, man. He's one of my favorites, man. And I always say he beat Floyd, but, you know, people say I'm lying when I say that. But his dad said that, but, hey, you know, it is what it is. But go ahead, Coach. I know you got a couple questions. Puerto Rican Free, I know you got some.
I ain't going into that. Never mind.
Go ahead, Coach. I know you got a couple questions for the young champ.
Mine always go along with the same thing I asked his dad. Being young, now I know I consider you at the top of the game, but I also remember that you're young, just like Jahlil, y'all young. So when most of the guys that you're chasing, they're gonna retire way before you hit your prime. That's just the honesty of it. In your era, you, Jahlil, Abdullah Mason, Xander Zayas, Kermel, I think all of you are in the same era. In your era, who do you think will be your biggest rival before it's all said and done in your era?
Ooh, biggest rival in my era. Okay. Me now, this is my opinion. I think Mason, only because I feel like if I grab a title, he grabs a title, we could, you know, have a good fight while we're young. Then when we reach our prime, we can have another fight. Then who knows? If it's a great fight in the second fight, we might have a trilogy. So I feel like that fight could definitely be like the greatest rivalry. Moten, I feel like Moten is going through a lot of things. He's young, you know, he's around the money team, you know, he likes to be flashy, the strip club.
Politically correct.
Oh yeah, I ain't trying to put his business out there, but I just feel like I feel like he gonna fall off before he even.
Don't say that. Don't manifest.
Not fall off like in a bad way, but fall off like
word.
I don't think he's gonna make it far in 35 because I don't see him growing no more. And then on top of that, I don't think he'll make it past like he gets hit a lot. This is my opinion.
I don't he'll beat Mason. No. You really don't?
No, I feel like now if he catches Mason, he can make it a rough fight. But I feel like he opens up too much to the point where he's just gonna try to bully Mason, and that's not all he can do with him. So I feel like Mason would catch him, especially if Mason can get some more power. I feel like that would be
where the hell
not
Mason get more power?
No, like if he works out his legs, like do something, pray to God. No, but I just feel like me and Mason are gonna be that fight where people they would want to watch it over and over and over.
I like your answer, and I'm gonna tell you, my son, well, you and Jahlil know each other. Call all of you all of his generation the young guns, and most of y'all. I think this. Your dad, myself, Boots and his father, all the dads. We're responsible for being politically correct, but you all as the fighters. I love when y'all say what y'all say. If you listen to Jahlil, he say a lot of wild stuff. but I love it because I think that's what boxing is missing. I think boxing has had too many friendships and I won't fight this guy because we like brothers. I won't fight this guy because his cousin is my best friend. All that stuff. Y'all, your generation with Jahlil, when I put all of y'all together, I really feel like you all give me what I got from the Frazier, Ali, Raylan, and Tommy Hearns era. Y'all could be cordial and respectful, but the only time we can be friends is if you agree to fight me. Because if you ain't gonna fight me, you keeping food out my mouth. And that's what we missing. That's what we missing right now. So when I ask that question, it's based on I know you. We've had conversations. You willing to work. I think Abdullah willing to work. Jahlil willing to work. And I always ask y'all, I mean, BBO asked Jahlil that. Jahlil talked so much shit about Xander, but he always say, I think that's my rivalry. That's my person. And you all are blessed to have a person. And because y'all all came from the amateurs together, y'all know each other so detailed where it's not no surprises. I be telling BBO, y'all know who the suckers was in the amateurs.
Oh yeah.
I ain't saying nobody's name, but y'all know who the suckers was. And y'all look at these promoters trying to build up dudes that y'all knew were suckers. So I know it irritates y'all. So this is why I'm telling you, I'm glad you gave that answer because BBO think it's a joke. BBO think it's a joke. This generation, they gonna be touching shit. And if you say something slick, they out of control. They was in an out of control amateur. Their era of amateur, they was out of control, all of them. So don't be surprised you see one of them punch one of them in the mouth in the hallway at one of these venues because that's how they was in the amateurs. He laughing, but he know I'm telling the truth. He know I'm telling the truth.
I remember in the hotel, some fighters would be fighting.
Right.
So we gotta shout to my man Puerto Rican Tommy with the 5-piece, man. Much appreciation. He got a question. He said, "How are you doing health wise?" And he said, "Will you be in a title fight next year?"
Yes, I'm definitely gonna get that title. I'm mentally creating it. Health wise, brother, I ain't unhealthy. What's going on?
Well, you know, we thought your wrist was messed up.
Oh, my wrist. Yeah, my wrist is perfectly fine. I started hitting again. I'm ready to start sparring. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, I can't wait. Only thing I always say is when you think about going to 140 and you hear about this monster named Emiliano Vargas, you kind of get nervous at all when you hear his name at 140 because you know you're going that way.
One, I don't get nervous with no name. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, we sign up to get punched, cut. You know, I always told myself this is how I actually got over getting butterflies. I told myself a couple outcomes can happen. You're gonna die, you're gonna win, or you're gonna lose. Those are the only outcomes that's going. So I'm going in to give my best. And on top of that, that's a fight I would want at 140 if I do go to 140. That's gonna literally be like a Trinidad Vargas repeat.
Wait. So what's gonna be the outcome?
I'm hurting him.
Do you think you stop? See, when I say y'all don't believe me, I say it all the time.
No, like, and it's not like no cocky stuff. I feel like any fighter should feel like that. Like, I'm pretty sure Paulie Malignaggi was feeling like I'm gonna knock this dude out, even though he hasn't knocked somebody out in 7 years. So, you know, that's how you're supposed to feel. But I know how confident I am. Look at it. Him and his dad fight.
Wait, and that's no belittling him though.
No, he's a great fighter, great contender. Like, he's gonna be a world champion, if not multiple world champion. But sometimes you run into that fighter. I feel like we just need to see him in a fight where he hasn't had that fight yet. Yeah. I heard his father was trying to set up a fight with Gary Antoine. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what I hear. Gary Antoine, that's the which one? That's not.
Gary said he only going to 140 for one fighter.
No, that's Gary Russell Jr. I think Antoine is the little brother, right?
Antoine is the youngest. Antoine's the youngest that just won a world title.
Better not do that one. I think, in my opinion, he a little sharper than Junior.
Nah, I don't.
You think he's sharper than Junior?
I think he could.
He got more power than.
Fight. He could win that fight. That's a good fight for them to pick. Oh, that's a great.
We're just trying to get him knocked off.
I don't think that dude is.
You don't think Antoine's better than Vargas?
This is from.
Styles makes sense. I think that's the best fight for the state that they have a
Tell me if I'm
possibility.
wrong. Vargas fight just like his daddy, because he can switch a little bit.
And they come in with aggression. Antoine did not
Hold
bang him
on.
24/7. He gotta take those breaks.
When Trinidad was very calculated with his shots, of course he was a little coming forward, but he's a little calculated. I feel like when Vargas fights that fighter that's just there to fight, he ain't gonna last. You know, he got that pretty boy thing to him. That's like when he get touched in the ring, he gonna like looking at his
He
dad.
got his daddy blood in him. So when that come
I
out,
ain't trying to speak
see,
on his
we'll
dad,
see.
but
He got
his dad was
Maybe
he got knocked
he
off.
get in there with Antoine. He gonna get beat dead.
I already know. I
Well, we
agree.
gotta find out.
I hope
I
they make
can't
that.
wait.
Well, his dad said he seen something, so you gotta remember that. But no, he said he seen something, so I don't know, man. I honestly, that's the fight I would want to see. I would love to see Kid and Emiliano fight. I don't know. I would try to root for you, Kid, man, but I think Emiliano's something crazy, man.
No, we would say bet your whole house on Emiliano.
Yeah. I'll be knocking on the door the next day. I'll be like, man.
Hey Jahlil, you hear this craziness that BBO talking, Jahlil?
Jahlil.
Hey, nah, I'm hip to BVO, man. BVO don't fuck with the brothers, man. I'm rooting for Scope. I'm rooting for Scope just off the fact that he a nigga, man. I'm rooting for Scope just off the fact that he a nigga. I'm hip to BVO, man. He talk that bullshit.
Sick Negro.
Brothers, man.
That was funny.
Hey, you guys cool, man. You guys cool. I always pick the brothers, man. Y'all tripping, man. I always pick the brothers, man.
Man, I ain't never seen you bet with a nigga, man. Every time it be a nigga versus anybody else, you always go against a nigga. When they was talking about me and Xander,
I
you
never
was
said
fucking with
who.
Xander. You
No,
was like,
I never
man,
said
you was
who.
fucking with
I
Xander.
never said who. Nope, that's not true.
Motherfucking Bud was about to fight Canelo. You was with Canelo. Like you always fuck the other side, man. You might not even be a nigga for real. Like that shit. You sell. Hey man, most niggas sell out for the money. You ain't even sold out for the money. You just straight selling out. You just selling out for the love of the game, man. He motherfucking. He Samuel Jackson. He Samuel Jackson on Django, man. He ain't shit. Nigga ain't shit, man. That shit's sad. That shit's sad, man.
Damn,
That shit's sad, man. He's selling out. Hey, Sco, you a top 10 in the world fighter, man. They put you in there with Emiliano, man. You gonna do something to that nigga.
Ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Lil, what you think of Emilio and Antoine?
Man, Antoine, knock him the fuck out.
I told you that.
Antoine, knock him the fuck
I
out.
already said he should have fight, but that's what they say. I don't think that's a good fight at all.
Nah.
But I'll say this though, man. Shout out to Jahlil, man. That was a hell of a performance you had, man. I was rooting for you on that one, man. While you're talking crazy, I was rooting for you on that one.
Hey. I don't even got nothing to say to that shit, man. You something else. You something else, dog.
You a boy, man.
Nah, but I feel like Emiliano's a great fight for me at 140. I want the best. They consider him. Bring it on. You know, I feel like when the career is all said and done, it's like he fought everybody. Win, lose, or draw, he made sure he got what they paid for. So he's here to make great fights.
Yeah.
Told you these youngers don't give a fuck about no old. These youngers now, they don't give a fuck about no old. That Mayweather old era is about to be out the door. Jahlil don't give a fuck about no old. Lil Shawty don't give a fuck about no old. Abdullah Mason. Them youngers was all amateurs together. If you ever could sit in the room, they respectable youngers, but if you ever sit in the room with them and ask them who was the suckers and the amateurs when y'all was amateurs, they'll tell you. And they'll tell you reasons why. This ain't no secret. This shit real. These youngers gonna fight. These youngers gonna fight each other. I'm gonna tell you, Floyd Schofield hit a growth spurt, and for some crazy reason, 3, 4, 5 years from now, him and Jahlil in the same division and they got belts. It ain't gonna be the promoters. Them niggas calling each other. Hey, Slim, let's get this shit on. We unified.
If we
That should be a motherfucking dog fight, man.
We really we gonna get money together.
That should be a dog fight, man. I know he bringing that shit.
Same hospital like Gotti and Ward, just like what we doing after this, yo? Nah,
And you know the funny thing about about y'all saying that is when you think about Mickey Ward, you know all those guys, man, that fought that way. They made a lot of money, man. They made a lot of money taking tough fights, man. That's the only way to do it.
Hell yeah, man. And it's like I think the only thing I do differently from them is, you know, I just spend the money the right way and get out a little bit quicker. You know, dudes fighting into their late 30s and shit like that. That ain't really me. You know, I'm sure Lil Floyd understand too. We done gave this sport damn near 20 years of our lives at this point. You know, giving this sport 20 years of your life at 22, I'm 22, and I can really say I'm coming up on year 20 of this sport. So it's like 10 years from now, I done gave this sport a whole job worth of time. So if 10 years from now, I've made the money to where I can say I own a home, I own me a few vehicles, I made a few investments, I'm gone. Fuck this shit. I want to be able to spend the money I made. You know, I ain't trying to be eating through a tube, shitting on myself. Don't remember. That was a good one. Yeah. I'm good. Nah. Hell no. Nah. Then I think about how I fight. I fight like a game motherfucking pit. You doing that shit in your late 30s, nigga. You're finished. Finish.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy. What's his name? Was it Brandon Rios? No, not Brandon Rios. What's the guy? Dang, I just lost his name. My bad. But I remember he fought on that card when we was on the Danny Garcia card. And I see what you mean when you order, man. The last thing, it's like playing football, man. You don't want to play football past no 35, 36, man. You just don't. Even if you can, you just don't. Because it's a lot to it. Let me ask you guys something that's been real popular. I got y'all both here. What's been the worst part about boxing? Is it the injuries or the training camp? What's the worst part to you guys?
I'll let you go first, bro.
You don't
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I love food. When I ain't fighting, I'm a foodie. So it be training camp, just staying locked in on the meal shit. You know, past couple camps been cool. I think we switch shit up, so like niggas be eating hella good. But yeah, it just be the thought process of like, damn. Yeah, it's some other shit that'll be real nice right now.
You talk about some ass?
Hey, that too. But I can honestly, I on that right there, every fighter is different. I know niggas that need 8 weeks no pussy to be right. I know niggas that need 2 weeks no pussy. I know niggas that need 12 weeks. Every fighter is different. I just feel like you find what works for you and you stick with that. But as far as the food shit, that should be a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
that should be a real bitch.
I love food, so I'm with him on that. Sex for me, I feel like I had like one fight. That fight with Garone, that Mexican. I had sex like 2 weeks. If not the week of the fight.
You learned your lesson.
Boy, that Tevin Farmer fight, I went like 10, 11 weeks without having sex. And I seen what I was able to do. So I leave that alone. But the food, I'm with Jahlil on that. That's the hardest part. You look in the fridge, you see the same meal prep for the whole week. And then my son and my girl be having snacks. It's like, okay, I see the snacks. Do I really want to, I got to spend an extra hour in that sauna. Like, now, don't get me wrong. When I'm like 10 weeks, or 9 weeks.
You manifest that.
No, I do be munching a little bit, but now, yeah, I'm going for my world title. I ain't messing around with the snacks.
And I want to ask you this though, kid. When you knocked out TF, man, I was super impressed because TF to me is one of those guys that was a real crafty veteran. I didn't even know when I see you do that, I thought you would definitely win. But for you to knock him out like that, how great did that feel for seeing he gave Willie Zepeda so many problems?
He just made me mad. Like he just made me so mad. I swear. Like I was going to stop regardless. I was on a hunt. If I had to go 15 rounds, I was on a hunt because we did the press conference and he was talking crazy, whatnot.
Yeah, he was.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
but like a gentleman. You know what? He was talking so crazy, man. I thought you was gonna say something back.
nah, I was like, all right, I do my talking in the ring. I ain't finna punch him in the face, in front of his wife. None of that. This is boxing. We don't need none of that. Then when we get to the back,
He better than me. He better than me. I be getting up close and personal on these niggas, man. A lot of these niggas in boxing be straight hoes. You just gotta bring that bitch up out them. Like, it's so many niggas that come home from jail and be biscuit. But they went in there tough Tony. You just gotta bring the hoe up out them. A lot of niggas be really hoes. A lot of niggas be hoes. So like when you once you check a nigga and you walk past them the next day and you flip that pocket inside out, oh, they reaching for that bitch, no question. Cause these niggas be soft for real. You just gotta show them how soft they is.
He said flip the pocket. No, but
that boy Jahlil on fire today, man. I love this dude.
I was like, you know what? And then like before the weigh-in, they had all the fighters in the back curtain. So he over here talking up with my pops, talking. And I'm like, you was just up there talking crazy. Now you saying like it's gonna be a good fight, but I'm gonna spank you. I was like, you know what? I had to talk with myself in the mirror that night in a bathroom in the dark.
Really?
That's for real.
You getting that emotional right
now?
now?
He was gonna get hurt regardless. But I didn't expect it to be so soon.
I mean, when you hit him, man, it was like I was like, dang, he's
like 6 rounds of me just dragging him.
You knew his eyeball was facing that way.
I ain't
so you knew he was going to see the punch.
I ain't gonna
he said his eyeballs all over the place.
No, the punch that hurt you the most is the one you don't see. If their eyeball is faced the other way, they're not going to see the punch. So I'm asking them, no, once you do the jab, this one is straight, the other one facing the other way. So you hit him on the blind spot. You knew you was going to knock him out.
No, I didn't expect that shot to be the one that put him down. When I did that shot, I reached over my whole body, so I was just going to pivot out this way.
He never seen it coming. The eye is faced that way.
He whoop on the nigga with a lazy eye, man. He fucked up. He fucked up. See, now I don't even want to fight him no more because my eye be lazy. Hey man, hey BBO man, I'm gonna check out on y'all, man. I still got one more workout tonight.
I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Nah, for sure, man. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, I gotta tell you, man, this before I let you go, kid. So we went to the fight to the my man Tommy in the chat. You should have seen. I wish I could get that picture, but no, I wish I would have took that picture, man, with Jahlil. Tommy, man.
What?
He put like a weapon sign on his head. I can't do it because we're on YouTube. But just imagine somebody like they putting a weapon to your head. And Tommy, man, my boy Tommy from the Bronx, man, he just looks shook.
Yeah. Like in the face off?
I'm telling you, these youngers different.
Yeah.
These youngers different.
I ain't gonna lie, that's different. Like Tevin
he pulled his own pocket out.
Yeah, now that I would have had to like spit on him, swing. So imagine a dude coming like this. I'm gonna break it down to you. He be like, my pocket. Like
crazy.
Cause no, look, hold on. I got a girl watching, and it's not. It's not even my girl. It's my son. If my son gonna get older, he gonna see that video one day, and because I tried my dad before when I got to that age of 13. My son, he might come play the video. Yo, then this dude take the oldest
get the
pocket.
joke.
No, because in prison they be like, oh my, when you pull somebody's pocket, that means you they hoe basically.
Okay, so he ain't got his.
So he ain't got his pocket.
So like, if you don't even acknowledge it, does that make you less of a man?
It's not that I don't acknowledge it. It's the fact that two men, one. Now you could call me you call me a hoe, you call me a bum.
Wait, so that make you less of a man if a man pull out his pocket? If you're not even acknowledging that, like, all right, we're gonna see in the ring. Does that make you less of a man?
Now it's just how you raise me though, like.
That's weird. I never raised you about no pocket.
No, I'm not pulling.
They dogs. Hey, Popsco, they dogs. Popsco, they dogs. Popsco. It's the responsibility of the dads to say, "Oops, I'm sorry," but they dogs. I love when they dogs.
The meaning. I'm like,
now
now
to
of course,
me, I
now,
was looking at
hold
it
on.
like he don't
Now,
got no money in his pocket. He flipped it like you broke.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You
So
you
I'm
an
not
adult.
taking it
You an
like
adult already. So it's
so
like
I can't see how you not taking it like you flipping your pocket.
no, because look, hear me out. He just chilling. We on the stage, post for the cameras and whatnot. He look out his pocket, look at me.
So does that make it any different if a dude wink at you? If he over there and he wink at you?
Now if he winking me, I ain't gonna
So
care.
that's
If
the
he winking me. I'm just
same
like,
thing.
nah, you winking at a grown man.
It's the same thing. He pulling out his pocket to a grown man. Like, yo, you got
But-
female tendency.
I don't know.
If
That's
you
just,
want me to grab your pocket, you still
I mean,
thinking
yeah,
like you in jail.
it's still
So
crazy.
to me, it would look crazy. Like, why am I being?
But it's like I'm gonna have to do something.
Me,
Say
you're gonna have
something.
to have a talk after this.
I'm gonna say something, do something. Like I'm a man, and there's certain things you do as a man.
You a guy. You're not a man.
Yeah, you're right.
If
My
you
bad.
put yourself in a man thing, you
Never
relate
mind.
to what men do like
I'm up
that.
here.
If you up here, you looking at him like, what is that for?
I think it's just a simple fact, though. It's like you said, God.
That's
But it's
ego. That's ego. If you belittle
It-
that,
it's
that's
ego.
your ego
It's
dealing
ego
with
for
him.
sure. I just think it's disrespectful, and I don't.
How? If you're a guy, you don't care. How you reflect disrespect from that? You reflecting you're broke. Your mind's they gonna reflect wherever you take it. But we'll talk about it later.
True. That is true. Though.
Yeah, he's showing he broke.
It's true.
You sure you broke?
Hey Pops, go.
That is true.
Hey, tell your Pops. These next generation, that's why I asked the question. Y'all gonna be dogs. Y'all taking this shit back to the motherfucking 80s. So I hope your Pops ready to see a nigga get slapped in the hallway because he gotta get slapped in the hallway. Hey, slap him from up here so he'll say God slap him. Slap him from high. But we say what? Slap shit on these niggas. Hey, Sean, I want you and Jahlil and the other youngest to show these dudes the ones that were suckers and whores when y'all was in the amateurs. If y'all, when y'all start doing that, it's gonna make a lot of these Twitter fingers disappear because they know I gotta see you in the arena. I'm slap shit on you.
Yeah, that's why I just stay quiet because I know what I'm able to do in that ring. I feel like
Hold up. But it's different now. Behind the scenes, what we experience, and to be not blaming nobody, it's a different ball game here. It's like 10 times dirtier in the street when you get on the other side where the promoter at. It's you coming back? Okay. He running the bathroom real fast. It's different. It's real different. So you gotta have real thick skin, and you gotta really run with armed security on this. You can't, because they that disrespectful. Entourages and fans is worse than the entourages. So you gotta worry about your opposition fans and their boys that they rolling with and what they seen that you done filmed 2 years ago, things like that in this era. So you gotta move real militant when you on this side of the field.
So I'm gonna ask you this one last question before we get you out of here, Coach. What do you think about them making changes to the Muhammad Ali League? I know that's one thing that you have been advocating should not be changed. What do you think about the Muhammad Ali Act being amended?
Most fighters don't understand the Ali Act because they never read it. The Ali Act the whole thing the Ali Act says is a federal law that says the promoter must tell the fighter how much the promoter make it before the fighter agree and sign that fight contract and agree to the money. They got to know how much the promoter gonna bring in. And that's what the Ali Act, and that's so that they could do fair business. It's a federal law. So why would they, if somebody want to do fair business, they're taking 25% of your purse? Now think about this. The network, let's go on record labels, because I want to say allegedly, because people, lawyers be everywhere. If you in the record label, and I paid you for the record, I'm the radio station. Let's just say I'm a distributor, and I give you $2 million to produce this album, to get to the whoever, $2 million. Now his manager get this money, his manager get 25% of what's made by that artist. Now, in this field where we at, without the Ali Act, you don't know how much money came to the table for you to eat off your own plate, because they make 25%, 30%, 20%. I don't know how much our promoter make. They make that off of your money. Somebody else done paid for it. So it's like the Ali Act stopped all of that. It's full transparency.
Yeah.
And that's all that is. Once people realize that and understand what that is, they're gonna say, wait, hold up. Now what's going on now? Y'all showing this hand, but what is this hand doing while y'all showing this?
Right.
Why federal laws got to be amended that's supposed to be protecting and doing fair business. So that's why I was advocating. But, you know, people going to do what people do. I'm not advocating no more. If people can't understand that, that's on them. You know, I just hope that the people I do business continue to do fair business because that's all that matters. You know?
Yeah, because I did see Bernard Hopkins went down and spoke to the WBA personally and told them how, you know, we should be worried about the about Zuffa boxing and how they want to do some things. I know some people think it's good, but I think it really is bad for transparency. For like, you know, guys like you who have their own business, man. If you're a private contractor, man, you should know what's going on. You should know who's making what.
Business model though.
Right.
It's a different business model. I agree that they shouldn't have changed the Ali Act, but they should have had the fighter sign a waiver. You know, because fighters could have signed to give away that right because the fighters getting a salary they did. They got a cap on how much they can make, and they got a cap on just having one title. So it's like in this building under this private company, they are employees traveling for this one goal to make maximum money. Okay, now that's for some that don't have the resources to throw fights like we had. Some people need that bridge, so I can understand where they're at. But then there's big boys where we at because they still beginners. They still say the college level. We the professional level. We with the Hall of Famers, the people that's been doing this 15, 20 years, you know, so we're in the profession. It's a whole different ball game. Like with Jake Paul, he brought in 92 million. When I said give us 10 million for Mason, motherfuckers act like I was crazy. They thought I was losing my mind. Now they see this man split $100 and something million from a Netflix. But when I was saying, yo, it's only fair to at least give these young fighters 10 million each, people thought I was bugging because they don't see how much money being made that they don't know. $1 trillion business, but boxers die broke. So if that boxers can't see something is wrong, that's on them, you know, but they got to learn the business, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things that you do, man, is all jokes aside, you do a hell of a job advocating for fighters. I mean, you don't get enough credit for that because that's the hard thing to do. That's not something that's glamorous, but I can say you've been consistent on that message of guys being independent contractors and taking care of their own lives. I appreciate you doing that, man, but I'll see you in a few months, man. I just want to thank you for coming in. Appreciate you and your son. Enjoy that grandson. I know y'all about to have a big Christmas, man. Enjoy, man.
Oh, yeah. Pleasure meeting you, brother. It's crazy to find out that you don't like black people.
That's a lie, man. Don't listen to Jahlil, man. Don't listen to him. He's against blacks, man. Don't listen to him. That's my guy. He against blacks, man. That's why he would say that. Hey, but congrats on the baby boy, man. Ain't nothing like those kids, man. How old is he now?
1.
Oh, man. I know he running the house, ain't he?
Acting like
I got a 6-year-old, so enjoy that baby stuff, man. Ain't nothing like it.
This is my last one for 15 years. Man, oh my God.
Are you on the potty yet or are you getting there?
Huh?
Is he on the potty yet or are you getting there?
Man, no. He was, man, they literally shitted while he was looking dead at me. I'm looking at him, he looking at me. I'm like, you gonna stop? Like, and now he got to like the shits where it's like solids.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it. See, I almost gagged right there. I don't even want to think about it.
Hey, but enjoy fatherhood, man. We'll talk to you soon, Chip. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care, man. Peace.
You too.
Hey, that boy just living crazy, man. This nigga crazy. Don't call me Django.
Man, y'all is absolute fools, man. Y'all is absolute fools.
No, man, that was Jahlil today, man.
Jahlil came on this joint firing shots left and right. I'm surprised BBO still got a body left. He put number holes in that body.
I said, dang, I didn't know Jahlil was against a black man. Dang. Let's go, man.
As he shows the video in the background.
No. Hey, this is a dude in the bag, man. Y'all making it seem like I'm biased or something. Y'all get like I'm
We get Emiliano. Man, we get Emiliano and elevator music every night, man. We get Emiliano and elevator music.
Right. I mean, you had Kid Austin up here, you had Jahlil Hackett, and you got Emiliano Rogers playing in the background.
He don't fuck with us. He don't fuck with us. Hey, D-Free, he don't fuck with us. He don't fuck with us.
You can't. I never even thought of that till y'all just said it. Y'all wild, man. You just hit the bag, man. I'll be able to get somebody in the bag in the back, man.
But you got it on a daggone repeat reel, though. We say this. There's like 2-3 weeks where we see elevator music and the same. If this is new footage every day, the cameraman only has one green shirt in his closet.
Hey, I'm surprised he got the elevator music and not having some Mexican guitars playing in the background.
Come on, man. Y'all, see, because you're saying that, Free, you're making people think I'm only like Spanish fighters. Y'all wrong for that.
I'm not making people think that at all. That's what people's perception is because they hear how you talk. You heard what Jahlil said. I never told Jahlil anything.
Yeah, I don't know why Jahlil said
You ain't
that.
for the brothers. You ain't for the brothers, man. Well, hey, man, they gonna start calling you Jesus X.
Hold on. I got a drop for y'all crazy niggas, man. I got a drop for y'all, man, because y'all talking too crazy. Where's that drop at, man?
You should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God gave you.
I gotta say that for y'all. Y'all going against the black man.
Jesus Rodriguez X.
When Jahlil said that man is Samuel Jackson in the Django, I was dead. I was dead after that one.
All I could say was
this is a sick Negro.
Hey Slim, but BVO, you seen the one real thing. When I told you, I said Slim, Schofield father, all the fathers who are in boxing now, they always do the interviews to keep their sons kind of, in check, including myself. Mm-hmm. But I told you, the minute you put them together, they know the real from the amateurs, brother. You see his father, he's like, oh, let me tell you what Jahlil, don't you say that. His father, the youngest was wild. And they about to bring wild to the pros. Y'all been seeing these Twitter wars. Mm-hmm. This new kids coming in, this motherfucking young guns, D-Generation X, whatever you want to call them. Them youngers about to be doing some different shit. You get a belt and you won't fight a dude that's in your weight class and all y'all in the same era, the rest of your era gonna attack you because they be like you was a sucker in the amateurs. Mm-hmm. You just got a promoter who got you to a belt, but you was a sucker in the amateurs.
Yeah.
They gonna be, I told you they gonna be different. Mm-hmm. You about to see great fights because the fighters are gonna force the promoters to make the fight. What did Schofield say? His father was trying to check him, but Shorty said, I'm a man. You ain't playing me like that. I'm a man. You ain't playing me like that. Where you hear that from, Jahlil? So if they doing that and that shit come up, they calling the promoter themselves, not their father. Let me tell you something. We as fathers are so blind that we think we control our sons that when they get these belts, and then they got their ego, they got titles, they got kids, they got girls, and you play them like a sucker on this social media, when they see each other in these arenas, you're going to see the ones who are suckers, they're going to slap shit out of them. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. And they're going to make the fights happen. That's what we had in the 80s.
You heard what Abdullah Mason said. He said, I got a belt now. We all on the same level. Mm-hmm. You ain't above me no more. We all on the same level.
Mm-hmm. And I think because I've never thought I would hear Kid Schofield say that, but that's the benefit of having somebody from his age. And he said it. He got that dog in him too, man. Because You know, when I mentioned around about Emilio Vargas, he went and said, "No, I'm stopping it. I'm stopping it." So I can.
You know they know who the dogs are. You know them youngers know who the real dogs are. They know who the ones that's a promoter baby. Mean the promoter make you look like a gargoyle, and they know the ones who they was biting in the amateurs. These youngers know it. You can't pull the wool. I'm glad they about to bring the Wild West back to boxing. I'm glad. Let me tell you, they gonna take this shit back to when Mike Tyson would look like he about to slap Don King, and Don King was like, "Whoa, Mike!" They about to take that shit back to that. They gonna be like, "You better make this fight." There's no way in hell if these youngins was Devin, Shakur, Tank, any of them niggas, ain't no way in hell the shit they say to each other that them fight. They went to the promoter and said, "You better make this fight. You better make this fight." Them fights would have been made. That's why I get so upset when y'all keep labeling 4 kings. If you got 4 kings, them dudes want to see who is the ultimate ruler. These dudes just comfortable with you saying 4 kings. These dudes can make these fights happen. Let me tell you that. I'm talking about the upper echelons, the Shakurs, the Devins, the Tanks. They can make any fight happen that they want to happen. Hitchison don't have that type of power. Teofimo don't have that type of power. Emilio, he's not there. But them dudes, when you had them listed as 4 kings in the same weight class, it's a goddamn disgrace that them fights didn't happen. It's a damn disgrace. Ain't no one person to blame, all of them to blame.
You know the funny thing about it? The thing that I can say that's different from like you and even Schofield Sr., you guys are independent contractors. You guys don't seem to be working for the promoters. You guys seem to be working for yourselves, which is kind of different for boxing. What would you say about people who say you guys are kind of more like business minded? Like every time I talk to him, that's what you talk about as a business. Go ahead.
Every nigga that fill out a 1099 is an independent contractor. And last time I checked, every fucking boxer does a 1099.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you can't tell me one nigga move one way, one nigga move another way. No, it's the handful of these dudes got the nuts to say I can really fucking fight. Give me the opportunity to show what I can do, and that's what I'm gonna do. If the promoter don't believe in them, they respectfully say, "Can I be released so I can go somewhere where somebody gonna let me fight?" That's the difference. Every last fight is a 1099. So I don't want to hear that shit. I've been telling you for the longest time, BBO, when they snatch the fucking curtain back and you get to see what's behind the curtain, a lot of this shit is bullshit. You got a rack of motherfuckers that should be champions or getting championship title fights, but because the champion and his team is such suckers, they won't say nothing about the fighter that's talking shit about it. Because they say the promoter will make it go away. Man, if James Toney and Roy Jones, they didn't have to talk shit about each other. Them niggas said, "I'm better than you." That was the shit. "I'm better than you." Motherfucker James Toney said, "Step your ass up here." What did Roy Jones do? He stepped to 168. "I'm here now, nigga." There wasn't no 3 years, 5 years of talking about that shit. That shit was, come on. When Frazier and Ali had to get it in, Frazier told him, "Man, look, you get the people to secure a spot, I'm gonna beat your ass." That's exactly what he said. They got somebody to secure a spot. That's what boxing is, man. Yeah. That's what boxing is. All this bullshit they doing now, I'm glad that this era of boxing is just about over. The great Floyd Mayweather Jr., he gave these niggas the blueprint, but he didn't give them the instruction, man. Floyd was a dog. Floyd was a fucking dog. Floyd is 50-0 because Floyd was a dog. Every great fighter had at least 2 or 3 guys that they didn't fight in their era. But they fought so many bad motherfuckers that niggas damn near give you a pass for that. These motherfuckers ain't even fighting no goddamn fight. Niggas is getting interim titles and defending them bitches like they the man because the fans say they the man. If you got the interim title back in the day, nigga, you had to fight the champion. The champion wanted to fight you.
Hey,
What did Roy used to say? "I'm the baddest man on the planet."
what I tell you before he came on, I told you. I said T.O. had some valid opponents, but to say that these dudes was tough fights, nah, it's not that. It's not that. He had a couple of tough fights. He had some valid opponents, but nah, he ain't been fighting tough guys after tough guy. Nah, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Yeah. I think what you said is kind of cool because it's refreshing. Because like even like Jahlil, when the way he talks about fighting, where he said I don't want to be 30 doing this. I don't want to be in my late 30s doing this. That's something I never thought you would hear a fighter say, especially that young. This brother saying, I'm just here for a short time. I'm not here forever. So even that is kind of like refreshing because you see that guys understand that they can't do it forever. And that's a big deal, man, because you just can't. You cannot do any type of combat sports forever. It just don't work that way. But let me ask you this, Coach. When you see a young guy like Schofield Jr. coming up, did you know he had that dog in him, or just how he fights showed you he had that dog in him? Because one thing about him, he coming to get you. What would you say to that?
On, you see, when he came on, you see, hey, Coach, what's up? I've been knowing him since he was a kid. Shorty always been a dog. Don't let. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't let the feelings you have for any of these kids' father make you give a disdain to them because they all dogs. Motherfucker Emilio a dog. I don't care if you like his father. Jahlil a dog. I don't care if you don't like me. Schofield a dog. I don't care if you don't like his father. All these youngins is dogs, and they pedigree dogs. They came up in this shit. They didn't put gloves on at 16.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. So they know about all the wars. They know about the shit that happened behind the scenes. They was talking shit to each other on US teams. Oh, that nigga sucker, he shouldn't even be on the team. That type of shit. Man, I'm trying to tell you, you're about to get boxing back to what it is. And I'm gonna tell you something. If these promoters don't want to make these big fights, Turkey Al Sheik gonna make these big fights. Let Schofield and Abdullah Mason get tired of hearing each other talk shit, and they get each other face to face, and I don't give a fuck if they just grab each other in the collar. Both of them gonna be calling their promoters, say, get that motherfucker in the ring, man. Nah, but we got another direction. I don't give a fuck about your direction. Get his ass in the ring, and if they don't do it, them niggas going to Turkey damn near themselves. Hey, I heard you want to put this fight on. Man, y'all say what you want to say. These youngins, their generation came at the right time, and Turkey Al Sheik came at the right time because they want to fight. They don't give a fuck if it's in a phone booth. They want to fight because they feel they better than each other. Why we so against these young niggas saying I'm better than you and then willing to prove it, but we praising motherfuckers that's telling you that's my best friend, we'll never fight. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about that shit. Your mama, look, if we didn't both fall out the same fucking vagina, then we ain't fucking brothers. And if they put up enough goddamn money, these new youngers are showing me they gonna fight. They showing me they gonna fight. I respect these kids, man. Because the generation before them, they got so pedigreed so early and developed friendships that these motherfuckers, they just don't want to do shit. These youngers, this generation, they had to come up the hard way. No big bonus money when you sign and all that shit. These youngers, they want it. And I'm tired of niggas flaunting how much money they made, and then whoever talking about that made them great. Motherfucker, your money ain't make you great. It's who the fuck you beat that made you great. But I don't disrespect the fact that y'all were in the chasing money era. Damn, these young motherfuckers don't give a fuck if they make $6 million for their whole career. They don't. Mm-hmm. They willing to fight. And if they make $6 million and they buy a house and they invest their money right, you heard Jahlil say it, if I invest my money right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Why we not praising that shit? That's the shit we should be praising. We in a combat sport and motherfuckers really are willing to be combative. Fuck a Instagram.
Yeah.
I want to see these youngins put gloves on and put hands on each other. That's what the fuck I want to see. I'm glad they acting like that. And I respect Schofield's dad for saying, hey, we got to be, politically correct. But that's up to us as the fathers to be politically correct. We can go apologize for our son. But I'm never going to tell my son, say, I'm not going to fuck you up. I don't give a fuck if my promoter trying to sign this thing or not. Let him know when he come over here, I'm going to talk shit to the point where your ass got to get in that ring with me. So if you don't want that to happen, stay where you at. Fuck, I look like apologizing for my son being a man and standing on his own fucking feet.
Yeah, you know what I think it is, man? The one thing that I found out, there is no decorum anymore. Everybody just going for it. For an old school guy who grew up with that old school mindset like I did about decorum, making sure you say things a certain way. These youngsters, man, I got to give these Generation Z guys or Generation Alpha Z, these guys, they credit. They're going after what they want, man. They're making it happen because that's the only way to do it. Because, I mean, like I said, I hear kids Schofield, his dad's a good brother. I get a chance to speak to him sometime, and they've been talking about being the greatest. They don't just talk about fighting now. They don't even care if they lose. I've heard them both say, they don't care if I lose. We don't care if we lose. And that wasn't the case, in the previous generation. Those guys were not saying that. They were not saying they don't care if they lose. So that's kind of a breath of fresh air. What do you think about that, Free? What do you think about that? How these young guys don't care about losing? You hear me, Free? I think Free might have fell down the steps. But yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you this though, Coach, before we get out of here. When you see the young kids,
I hear y'all talking gas. I hear y'all talking gas. But I like that. This is what I grew up watching boxing was about. It was about two guys proving who is the best. It's not about who's getting the most money and all that. When you get into this sport, you get into the sport to show that you are the best fighter. Now, if you get into the sport because you just want money, then that's cool. Don't claim that you're the best then. That's the problem that I have with these guys. They claiming that they're the best by fighting mediocre opponents. You're not fighting the best guys. You're fighting mediocre. So how can you prove that you're the best? That's the problem that I have with Shakur and Keyshawn saying, oh, I'm the best. I'm the best. Well, y'all in the same division. Only one person can be the best. You can't have two best guys. There's only one. When you say you the best, that means there's nobody above you. So that was the problem that I had. I'm like, okay, both of y'all in the same division. You say you the best. You say you the best. Y'all got to fight. Oh, we're not fighting each other. We brothers. We're not fighting each other. Well, you can't say you the best then. You can't do that.
The thing that was kind of funny about when you said that is because Gary Antoine is a really good fighter, and he makes it clear all the time, man. My brothers live in my house. I don't know if that's a shock to Keyshawn or not, but it's just dope to see it, man. It really gives me a lot of excitement about what's coming with boxing. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm excited about Zuffa boxing because I'd have heard some of my young guys that we didn't interview talking about they might be signing with Zuffa and get a chance to get out the ghetto, man, and make some money. So that's what it's all about, man. It's about getting a chance, like Jahlil was saying, is to do better. And maybe, if you can, help a couple people that you love, man. Help your family if you can. That's the coolest thing you can ever do, man, is help your family, man. In my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, that's the coolest thing you can do.
I mean, at the end of the day, most people get into whatever career field they get into to prove that they are the best at what they do, and they want to make the most amount of money they can make possibly. That's what most people get into their career field that they choose. You don't get into a career field and say, I'm just going to be mediocre and I don't care what you pay me. That's not what you do. You get into a field and say, okay, I'm good at what I do and I want to be compensated for what I do, for the work that I put in. If you want to be mediocre, then you can go work somewhere else and be mediocre. You're not getting that's what you get a job for, to be mediocre. You get a career to be the best that you can be. There's a difference between having a job and having a career. Most people have jobs and claim that that's their career. No, that's just a job. That's not your career. Then you can make a career out of it, but that's just a job.
Yeah. Hey, I can't lie. You definitely speaking the truth, man. But you know what, man? This was another great show. Tomorrow we got Ishay Smith coming on and another special guest. You guys gonna love this guy. He both of these guys are former world champions, and I want to give a big shout out to my little brother Jahlil coming on here, man. Calling me, I'm a roast you when I see him, man. I can't believe that nigga calling me Jay. That's a sick nigga right there. And my big brother Bernard, he's out here. Hey, on that note, man, we see y'all tomorrow, man. And remember this, man. If you don't remember nothing else, man, Jesus Christ can do anything for you. Peace.